It's happening. Make this guy into a coin ring for a customer. This is going to be the side that's out, because it'll make a very cool coin ring. Probably one of my favorites. This is pure silver 1 ounce Mexican Libertad. So first step is cutting this hole. And we're going to cut a pretty large hole because of the way I want to get this out and have this wording as the lettering around the edge. And this punch will do that. So, I'm going to use a 5/8 inch punch. And this has a little wiggle room, so I'm going to eyeball center. Alright, this is gonna shake. There goes my Lego man! Alright, center's out. Step 1. And the customer wanted me to save that, so that will go back to them. Put my little Lego man back. Alright. Get all this crap out of here. Turn my notifications off. What's up, Jim? How are you, buddy? 1 second, guys. Turn my sound off here. I should have done that before. Perfect. Alright, so this is where we're at. Need to get this plug out of there. Cold and foggy in Cali, huh? Cold and foggy. We're at in Cali. Must not be in San Diego. Must be in northern. Yeah, San Francisco. I lived in Daly City when I worked for the Giants. And when I first moved there to Cali, well, San Francisco anyways, I was staying at a hotel for a month. They were putting me up. And I was asking people, you know, where's a good place to rent? And I kept, you know, naming cities and areas, and the lady I kept asking kept saying, oh, you don't want to live there, the weather sucks, or blah blah blah. And I'd be like, they're only like 3 minutes away from here. How could the weather be any different? And I didn't take her word, and I moved to Daly City, and I found out what she meant, because the weather was terribly different from San Francisco. It'd be like I'd wake up, be foggy, cloudy. I'd put on a bunch of rain clothes and stuff, and then I'd drive to work 3 minutes and it would be sunny and beautiful. Alright, so I got the center out. I'm going to just clean it up a little bit. I'm going to take my time, guys. I'm not feeling too great, but I told the customer I would do this on video, but I'm just going to take my time. There's no hurry. I'm not in any hurry anyways. So anyways, when you first cut these, the inside is kind of shitty. It's hard to tell, but you really just want to clean that up, and that's what I'm going to do here. Just using a real soft sandpaper. It's a 240 grit, but it's been used a lot, so it's sanded down even more. Probably compare it to about a 600 grit. Because this is going to be the outside of the ring when I'm done. This part that I'm shaving down now. So you want it to be as clean as possible and as nice as it can be. Any kind of hairline fractures or anything will mess us up in the long run, so take care of it now. Should be good. Yeah, I love the weather in Cali when I lived there though. I lived in San Diego before that, so I worked for the Chargers, and then I went to the Giants and 49ers. And San Diego is just absolutely beautiful, but the ballpark there in San Francisco is stunning. It'd be so nice to be like all by myself there. It's just the place basically all to myself. I mean, there'd be other people there, but you wouldn't know because there's such a big place. I was management there, so I gotta be there when other people weren't there. It was pretty cool. Alright, so this inside's really nice. It just looks like it's real clean now. But of course YouTube doesn't have a great focus, so it's hard to see. Anyways, I'm gonna heat this guy up. Let me see if that can see my torch kinda. I have a dog helper. I have a little helper over here. Check it out. Hey Jake, say hi, dude. I have Jake helping me today. Jake's cool. He likes to sleep and eat. She's kind of like me. I love sleeping. So this is going to be a size 9.5. Anybody is wondering. Alright. Little Jake. I'm trying to see. I lost it. I lost the beard. I was trimming and cut too short, so it's in the grow back stage right now. So again, we're gonna have tails out. So flip around in here. We'll use my trusty tools to do the rest of the work. I've been asked, what cone do you use at what point? Basically, if you're out there and you want to know, just whichever one fits through the hole. Like if it doesn't fit through the hole, don't use it, because you're obviously going to press that down. But if it fits through, use the biggest one you can. I mean, obviously my smallest one fits through, but I'm not going to get very far with it. So you might as well just go with the largest one that fits in the hole. Damn right. I like to heat it often, so I'm going to heat this again real quick. This is where we're at right now. I'm not going to turn my camera every time. And I will give this a patina using liver of sulfur afterwards on camera. So we should be able to do this start to finish without any breaks, unless my camera somehow stops recording or YouTube gives up, which could happen. I mean, it's been known to. Right, Shop Dog? Shop Dog? Alright. So I can't quite use this other side yet because it doesn't fit. Which is also what she said, Jim. But I can use a larger cone. And I don't want to push too far with this one because it'll go straight through the bottom. And this one actually got stuck. Stuck a little bit. That's where I bring out the trusty hammer. Ha ha! Get out! Alright, that's where we're at. And you can see why this will be cool when it's done with all those eagles floating around the edge that won't focus. We heat this up again and then we'll be almost done. All right. All right. So that's as far as I can go as far as this, because it's pretty much sucked up all the way to it. And our final size is going to be a 9.5, and this thing's quite a bit larger right now. It's about a 14.5. So I'm going to heat it a final time. I say final, but I may need to do it one other time, but if everything goes right, this should be it. Off. Coin is good. Wrap it in some goody good plumber's tape, Teflon tape, Teflon Don. Protect the metal on metal contact. Trying to save the date and all the good stuff. Trying to use up the last of my roll. Alright. Now we're going to go to the old Swedish die. Which are these longer guys. Switch out that and go to a smaller size push rod. And this is the last push rod for this die. I like using these for any beginners or anybody that wants to know why I use these. It kind of just centers the die for one, so that you're not off center and you're pushing one side of the reed, and it also protects the reed. So we're getting close. I always like to take my fingernail and make sure there's no excess silver shavings coming off, because if there's like a little sliver of silver and say it comes up here and gets pressed in, it can ruin the whole coin. Like, this reed is one of the most beautiful parts of the coin when it's done. But I need to keep pressing until this white tape shows detail through, and you can see the top it's starting to do that, where the bottom it's not, and that just lets me know that there's no boing going on. So it should be real close to being done here now. So far, all we've reduced is the top side. We haven't reduced this bottom, so we should still be real close to a 14.5 that we were before, which we are. Now that we are actually to the part where the white's starting to go away, if we push any further, it'll start reducing it. And I do need to go one step further with that. With this die here. And then we we will fold the sides to finish it up. So there we go. I still see a little white line creeping through right there, which tells me that there's a little bow. So you just want to work through that, get that bow out of there. By just continuing to press down. And I don't have far to go to get rid of that. So there we go. Let's go ahead and take this off just to get a good look at it. And it appears I still have a little tiny bow, and you can actually probably spot it. Maybe not, because the focus sucks. But there is a little flat spot, and then it starts going up. So I am going to heat this again, just to be safe, keep this metal as soft as I can. But we are literally just a few minutes away from being done here. I would say this is probably the top 2 or 3 designs I like to make into coin rings, just because it's almost designed to make into a coin ring. Like, some coins are just made so awesome for coin rings, and this is one of them. So my very last step, I'm just going to get rid of that little flat spot to make it all curve down. I'm going to wrap it again in some more plumber's tape, but I'll just do that real quick on my lap since I'm quick at it on my lap. And really, since we're going with a 9.5, I could have just been safe and overpressed it, because right now it's still a size 13. There's a lot of room to work with. Alright, so I think I can still use this guy. And sometimes I press too hard. I'm gonna go through the ring, pop that guy out. Hopefully. There we go. And I'm just gonna go a little further to be safe. There we go. Alright, now I know we're safe because that tape's pressed down. So with that being done, just check your size. We're going for a 9.5. Right now it's sitting at a 11. And kind of clean up some work here. So we're at an 11. Our goal is a 9.5. So now I'm just going to press the sides in. I want to see where it sits on the non-reeded side, where it kind of sits as is. And that gap there is where I can safely go make the gap the same size. to ensure the outside of the ring is right. Which is about right there. I'm going to end up going a little further, but just to show what I was saying, trying to make this level on each side. What's up, LP? And that basically does that. If you press the same exact distance down on one side as you do the other side, that ensures that the outside of the ring is the same on each side. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the right size and all that stuff. But, so we're going for a 9.5 right now. We're at an 8. And that's good because we're going to lose a lot of that inner reed. I want to see this with the tape off so I can kind of see what the outside looks like. Perfect. So I'm not going to put any tape on it because I'm going to end up sanding this part right here. But I'm going to press this down just a tad bit, which will, because this side is actually pressed down a little bit further. So once I press this side down, then that'll give it that curve I need to make the outside perfect. And all I have to worry about is the inside. So I don't have to go far. That's about it right there. I think that kind of shows right there. A little better. And it looks like I still have to push this side down just a tad. And to do that, I do want to be safe, and I want to protect that metal on metal, so I'm going to wrap the outside just a real quick couple times. It's going to make it harder to size because I'm going for a 9.5 total, and we're already at an 8. But I know how much I can remove from the inside, the reeded inside. And I'm able to go a couple sizes. So that's all I needed to do. And that'll allow me to be able to push this side just a tad bit more too. Kind of give it that curve. Alright, that's as far as I want to go with the outside. So now we can focus on the sizing part. Once you have the shape that you want on the outside, it's just time to make the inside right. So that's what we got now. So the shape is good. Once I give it the patina, all this stuff will pop out and be nice. You'll be able to see the detail of all the eagles around the outside, and we'll do all that here on video. So right now the one size has room to go. It's going to probably measure because there's quite a bit of room there. It's going to be about a 9.5. But the reeded side is only, it's about a 7.25. So I'm going to take a deburring tool. See if I can do this without losing my camera. And we're just going to take shavings off. There is the camera on this thing. And we're going to, there's a ton of metal on this side, where compared to this side there isn't. So that's basically what we're doing, is we're getting rid of all this inside metal because it's just not needed. And if you put it on your finger like that, you'll just have a ring around your finger and it will be uncomfortable. So you want to make it comfortable for the customer. And you can see that's already kind of reducing that metal quite a bit. Just check where we're at. There's still a lot of metal to get rid of. I can feel the lip in there. But we're already at a size, just about at a size 9. So this is, we're working out just proper. Make sure I rotate as I go, because each of these rotations isn't the same. But if I keep rotating my coin, it kind of levels them out. So I can only feel a little bit of lip left in here. And again, we're not hitting any of the detail of the inside of the ring as far as like the wording and whatnot. We're just hitting that reeded edge that was super thick before. Ideally, I would be happy if it was good right there. We're about one little notch away, which is perfect. Let's see where you guys are talking about. I'm fascinating to watch. Yeah, we're almost done. So that little size that we're off, I'm going to actually take off with the Dremel tool anyways, because I have to sand that inside. So using the same tool, I'm going to hit this reeded side inside, and then I'm going to round off this cut side, because right now it just has a straight cut look, which isn't sexy to anybody. Then we'll give it a patina and we will be done. Absolute success. I think the patina part's one of the best parts. Watching it go from silver to black and then to beauty in a matter of a minute. Okay. I'm gonna put some new paper on here because this is getting pretty soft. Alright, now the edge. Now before, when I started the video, I was saying how like this was the center, how I wanted to keep the wording on this piece, and that's basically because that little bit is what I have to sand off so that it'll center these eagles perfectly. It'll be awesome. So, let's just do that. Sandpaper. Just hitting the parts that I was just sanding, not actually hitting the inside detail of the coin. Just hitting this little rim right here. And this is 2000 grit paper, so it's soft as can be, really. I mean, it doesn't feel like sandpaper, but it is. It's for soft stuff. And now we just make it pretty, because it's pretty much done. So these Libertads have like a frost to them. The government gives them like a frost. And get rid of that frost using some steel wool. So you can almost see the difference. Frost, no frost. Of course the focus sucks, but alright, time to patina this guy. This is my favorite part. Well, I love making these things, but the patina is really cool. This is what makes it all beauty. You could polish it up and it'd be a pretty ring, of course, as is. But once we give it a patina, it's gonna pop. So, to do that, just need a few things. I happen to have gotten them ready. A dish, some hot water, some liver of sulfur, which is something that can be ordered online. Need hot water to activate the liver of sulfur, and it smells like farts, and it doesn't take much, just a tiny little bit. Stinks like farts. And it'll start turning pea yellow. Smells like farts and turns pea yellow. Let it dissolve and I'll show you guys the magic. Show you some magic. Alright, where's the camera on this thing? So it's all yellowy. And we have a pretty prevent the silver from... Nah, it just kind of does a tarnish for you. It kind of does the work for you. So check out the color now and watch it change before your eyes. I didn't think about the fact that I gotta rinse this stupid thing off. It's a good thing I got some extra water here. So that's good. I'm gonna dip it in my water and dry it off. Alright. Cover this pea colored poop smelling stuff up. Alright, how is this? How does this go? This? No. Like this. Alright. So that basically turned it purples and blues and browns and black stuff. And then the steel wool, just going to hit the outer detail just lightly, and that'll leave the back, the foreground, is that the background? Is the background will be dark, the foreground will be light, so that'll make the detail pop. I'm going to hit this reeded side because that's one of the cooler parts right there. And we're done. I'll post pictures on did I? Sometimes I do that. I'll post pictures on, let's see if the dog's a good background, on Instagram and Facebook. It's really hard for my YouTube to capture silver, and I just got a little battery sign. But this thing's beautiful. Inside detail is good. I just cannot seem to get a good focus for some reason. It's the one shitty thing about the app. You can't like click the screen and get a focus. But anyways, it is a nice Libertad for a customer. Instagram, Luke's Coin Art. Facebook, Luke's Coin Art. My screen just went black, guys, which tells me my battery's about to die. So Luke's Coin Art, Facebook, Instagram, LUKESCOINART. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. It's a beauty. I hope the customer loves it. I would. It's very cool. Just can't focus. Focus! That's it, guys. Thanks. Have a good one. Take care.